Welcome to God's 5 Minutes with Pastor Ed Wilson. Reach him at GodsFiveMinutes@gmail.com. Now, here's Ed Wilson with God's 5 Minutes.
Hello, friends. The caption at the top of the 46th Psalm reads, "To the chief musician for the sons of Korah, a psalm upon Alamoth." This beautiful psalm of David was dedicated to the master of music. It was worthy of his office. He who can sing best can have nothing better to sing. That choice band of singers, the sons of Korah, are bidden to make this delightful psalm one of their special renditions. They had been spared when their father and all his company and all the children of associates were swallowed up alive in their sin. Thus they were the spared ones of sovereign grace. May we not surmise that after their remarkable election to mercy, they became so filled with gratitude that they addicted themselves to sacred music in order that their spared lives might be consecrated to the glory of God? At any rate, we who have been rescued as they were from going down into the pit, out of the mere good pleasure of Jehovah, can heartily join in this psalm, and indeed in all the songs which show forth the praises of our God and the longing of our hearts after him. Alamoth means to the high-pitched voices or the feminine ones. Consider the first paragraph of the song. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore will we not fear, though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea, though the waters thereof roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with the swelling thereof. Selah. There is a river, the streams whereof shall make glad the city of God, the holy place of the tabernacles of the Most High. God is in the midst of her. She shall not be moved. God shall help her, and that right early. One reason women should be kept from the front lines of battle is because when captured, they can be made to suffer so much more than men. In that dangerous time, to be born a citizen of the tiny nation of Israel was to live in dread unless faith supplied relief. Surrounded as Israel always was with much stronger foes on every side, only God could provide the reassurance the fair sex requires to happily fulfill their roles as wives and mothers. The psalmist not only lays hold of that faith for himself, but deliberately aims his psalm at these more delicate flowers and invites him to sing at the table prepared for them, wrapped around though they are on every side by cruel enemies who can only watch in helpless frustration because the Lord is seated at the table with his trusting, delicate blossoms. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. It is yet his plan to be exactly the same to his own precious children today. The language below the opening verse describes the most awful and unusual of natural calamities. All of us expect the changing seasons, with the inconvenience of slippery roadways and frozen pipes in winter, the scorching heat of summer drying out the farmers' fields, the muddy rains and floodwaters of spring. They come somewhere every year. But this is far more. This is calamity. The earth be removed, and where shall we stand? How can life exist if the planet beneath our feet dissolve into cosmic dust? How if unshakable Mount Rainier shall topple and roll completely into the vastness of the Pacific Ocean, leveling everything in its path? What, in other words, if the unimaginable shall occur, until far beyond all human uproar, the earth itself seem to embark on a course destructive to all we have known of security? Well, very little of this has ever happened. And yet, there are those prophecies of Peter's, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works therein shall be burned up. Just because the world about us has always been, as we know it today, is not proof that it always will be. There is a God. He created all. He controls all. He wants to be our refuge. This way leads only upward. If and when he commands an end to this planet, it is because he has prepared us for a better. So let's sing with the virgins. Our God is a present help of time of trouble. Have you talked to him today?
You have been listening to God's 5 Minutes with Pastor Ed Wilson. Reach him by email at GodsFiveMinutes@gmail.com. Tune in next time to hear more encouraging thoughts from God's Word on God's 5 Minutes with Pastor Ed Wilson.
Hi, this is Luke Taylor with the Sky High Podcast Network. If you've been blessed by the program that you're listening to, I'd like to personally ask you to consider supporting our station. Our network is a collection of programs produced by KNEO Radio in Neosho, Missouri, a nonprofit station dedicated to educating Christians, reaching the lost, and making an eternal impact. This program is just one of many designed to encourage, equip, and inspire you in your walk with Christ. To help keep these programs going strong, visit kneo.org and click the donate button. And if you'd like to let us know in the memo line that you're a listener of this program, we would truly appreciate it. Thank you for being part of what we're doing here at the Sky High Podcast Network. If today's program spoke to you, please prayerfully consider supporting our mission. Together, we can make a difference for eternity.